T.H. Rogers, Rogers. I'm Sebastian Rogers' father.
We'll talk to you a little bit. How long has Sebastian? Does that okay. So for people joining, now the story, what has happened so far to this investigation? That we have helicopters, there was TBI was out there.
National Guard, there's ATVs, drones, everything for the first 8 days. And then for the rest of it, there's been somewhat communication with this department here. But I've also had conversations with them. Jerematic says he doesn't really care what his constituents say. Doesn't care what the public thinks. That's a problem when you're an elected official. My son's the one missing. I don't live in this county. And he's up there in the office over there, just chilling, enjoying his paycheck. While I'm sitting here trying to find my son. This weekend is international and national missing children. And my son's still missing. And it seems that the lack of communication and the lack of doing their job is leading to me believing that the case could go cold. I'm still getting tips in. There's still people saying that they're calling and putting in tips. But when I follow up on a tip, and the police departments at those locations haven't ever heard of Sumner County or have never heard that my son, that tells me they're not doing their job. They're letting my son's case go home. Not me. I will be out here a year from now, 2 years from now. Hopefully not that long. Hopefully my son is found. It'd be nice if his other parents were actually doing the same thing. But it all falls on my shoulders to ask people to help find my son. My son means something to me. People should be doing their job. If a child goes missing, you should be putting in the effort as if it was your child that was missing. These people aren't doing that.
That kind of leads me to the next question. What would you like to see?
I'd like to see them actually do a press conference where they actually have my son's picture in the back. Because the last time they did a press conference, Sumner County and TBI, they didn't even have a picture of the missing child. Most press conferences, when it's about a missing child, at least they have the dignity to have a picture of the missing child in the background. So the people watching the news can know that this is the person they're looking for. And they don't even show that.
Would you like to see them conduct more searches?
I would love to see them actually conducting more searches. I'd like to have some communication on the tips that have come in just with me. So that I know that when a tip comes in, I'm not following up on what job they're supposed to do. But at this point in time, with their lack of, I don't know what you would consider as unprofessionalism. I don't even know if a tip comes in, if I shouldn't track it down. Because I don't know if they can do their job properly. So far, they haven't. My son's been missing for 15 months. And they don't care. Their lack of communication with the public, their lack of communication with me, is all telling me that they don't care that my son is.
In a statement, they reached out to Crama for a statement on that and said, we are working on it.
To me, I'm working on it behind the scenes. If you don't know what's going on, is a huge skill on I'm not doing it because my pockets have been black. Gentlemen, I got elected here. If this is what Sumner County wants to represent their law enforcement, then I'm sorry for any child in this county. They just had a missing child go missing out of Hendersonville PD. Don't know what the circumstances are, but Henderson found a child. Found a child yesterday. Like, less than 24 hours from my understanding, child was missing. Child. I'm here 15 months. They'd rather not answer their phone or even be at work. I'm tired of having to text Brandon Barter trying to get information. Because he's too much of a yellow-barreling cow to pick up the phone like a real person and communicate with the father of a missing child.
How do you think, I guess, because I know you've been speaking with to that supposedly they're but I guess when you kind of clarify what advice
I can get any press on flyers. I can make sure that there's available information. Ask me. I answer what I can because I know that something I can't tell you. And I understand that. We're trying to make sure the case stays. But I'm trying to find my son. they're trying to solve a case. You can't solve a case if you don't find my son. And, I've sent out an email to both the senators of the state of Tennessee. I've sent out an email to every representative of the state of Tennessee. And none of them would respond. The only person that has responded was a representative from Marshall Blackburn. Actually called me back. I had to tell them. They didn't even know my son was missing. There's still people in the state of Tennessee that don't know how many children go missing every day. And people are just like, it's fine. They don't care. Well, you got to start caring somewhere. Because if they don't care, they're not going to do their job. And as constituents, we run this country, people. We are the ones that are supposed to care. If you don't care about your children, then why are you having them? And if you care about your children, please make sure you put them tight at night and watch them during the day. Because they can find Osama bin Laden. And they can't find my son who's been missing for 15 months. How many other parents are out there that their children are missing? They don't even bother to do interviews because they don't care. Well, I care about my son. His name is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And if you can't say his name, problems. A parent demands answers. We demand answers because our heart is missing. I'm in the process of writing a law, and I'm going to need support to push this law into Congress. And it's a federal oversight law on places like CPS, DCS, the Amber Alert, taking it out of people's hands that don't care about the children, getting actual agencies that do to take over the case. They won't relinquish it because they're too proud to understand that sometimes you have to ask for help. I ask for help every day. I ask people to pass out flyers. I ask people to remember my son's name. Keep his picture up. Keep your eyes open. See if you see him. And if you do see him, please call 911. And if you have my son, please understand that he is my world. I need him. I need him back to me. And son, if you can see this, if you can hear this, understand that I will not let you go back to that environment you came from. Over my dead body, should a child ever have to endure what happened in that house that he was in. And I am so sorry. I did not know what was going on. But I will do my best. Well, bring him home and keep him safe.
Talk a little bit about it. And I know about days on hot.
Same thing every day. Getting out of bed. The only reason I get out of bed is to try to find my son. That's it. It's the only thing that gets me out of bed at times. Hoping that I got the right tip. Get the Bristol, Virginia. Check up on the last tip. And people said that they called it in. They called it into Sumner County. Well, when I went up there and spoke to the police department, they had never heard from Sumner County. And they didn't know that my son was missing. So I gave them flyers. I gave them contact information to the FBI, to GDI. I've got text messages between me and Brandon Barter. That's all I have for the last 15, months. And those text messages states that you can only take them in case. I've been stating from day one that we need more than just one set of eyes on this case. Video, I pointed out that. He was like, well, I didn't notice that before. That's why you have to have more than one set of eyes on it. It just goes to show that their motivation isn't doing their job or their civic duty. That oath of the Constitution, if you take it, it's got to mean something to you. And I'm not saying that it means anything. If you carry a shield, you don't want to do your job, you're the problem with it. You're the problem with the professional. Become law enforcement to serve the people. My son's not being served. Neither am I. to all the parents that are missing children up there, I'm praying for you every day that your child is found. And I am praying every day that Sebastian Rogers is found and brought home. Everybody be blessed and stay safe. Okay.